And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roncalli Boys Basketball here on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Rob Brown and Connor Mahoney with you tonight at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Roncalli opening up the home portion of the 2021 schedule. And tonight the opponent is a unknown opponent in that these two programs have never met. The Herron Achaeans are the opponent tonight that step into the Vinny for the first time ever. Herron comes in at 2-1. Roncalli 0-1 after an 11-point loss, 70-59 on Saturday afternoon at Covenant Christian. And Connor, when you're playing your first game and you're working in half of your roster was playing football the week before, it's less than ideal to face a team that presses for 32 minutes. And Covenant was able to turn Roncalli over, and ultimately that was the difference in the game.
You're going to have that fatigue, especially from coming off that for football, winning that state championship. And they're looking now, obviously, to be a bit fresher going into this game, and hopefully that they can keep up with Herron's press and use that, get a few passes out on the break, and then find their way into the paint and finish it off. Well,
Roncalli turned it over 27 times in that loss on Saturday. Shot 56%. Normally when you shoot 56% on the road, you've got a pretty good chance to win the game. But the turnovers, just too many empty possessions for Roncalli, and Covenant was able to grab the win. Herron, we mentioned, is 2-1. Last time out for Herron was on Tuesday night, a home game and a 78-60 win over Purdue Poly. We'll get into Connor's keys to the game here on the McDonald's pregame show a little bit deeper into our setup. But Connor, you have to think that if Roncalli is just able to take care of the ball and keep that turnover more in the average range of 10 to 12 and still shoot it like they shot it on Saturday, you have to like their chances to come away with the win tonight.
Yes, we see multiple times in like a bunch of other high school games, professional games, as well as turnovers is a big key to many games. It can come down crunch time. Turnovers can be devastating to teams as you're giving up a chance at look at a basket or getting a shot off. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to get points, and you're letting the other team have an opportunity to get points at having an easier chance to get those points.
Well, one change to the starting lineup tonight for Roncalli. Aiden Leffler will get his first ever varsity start. He'll slide in and start at the power forward slot. Leffler very good off the bench on Saturday. He had a career-high 6 points and 4 rebounds, so he gets the start. And Braden Spazzelli, the junior, will come off the bench for Roncalli tonight. 13 players available. Luke Aller, who did not dress, fighting through a leg injury issue. He did not dress on Saturday. Good to see Luke out there and available tonight. And that's another guy. You think about the pressure, Connor, that Herron's going to put up. It's nice for Michael Wants to have another experienced guard like Luke Aller available to come in and help manage the pressure.
Yes, it's important to have a lot of right now, obviously Luke Aller is a senior, so he's going to have more experience. He's going to understand. He might be able to help with that turnover ratio as well, knowing how much the speed of play is going to be to avoid giving up loose balls or having a bad pass that could easily be picked off.
Well, and to give Carson Lynch some relief as Carson forced to handle the pressure on his own quite a bit on Saturday. Carson, the senior point guard, he did come up with 14 points, 2 off his career high. Well, as we do before each and every pregame show, we caught up with Roncalli head coach Michael Wants to get his thoughts on the matchup tonight with Herron, as well as Saturday's game with Covenant Christian. Here was our pregame conversation with Coach Wants.
We're here with Roncalli head coach Michael Wants. To the season opener on Saturday afternoon at Covenant Christian. An 11-point loss for your team, 70-59 the final score. Despite the fact that you turned it over 27 times, you were in the game. You cut a double-figure deficit down and actually took the lead in the third quarter, and were down only a possession going into the fourth. As you had a chance to look through the tape, what were the things that you took away?
Well, 27 turnovers, giving up 12 offensive rebounds, missing 11 free throws, and still, like you say, being really just down one possession going into the fourth. Teams are too good around here. Teams are good enough around here to beat us themselves. We don't need to help them. We can't beat ourselves. But, again, not make an excuse, just the reality of it. Half the team had literally been playing football a week before. So we got another week of basketball in us. We got another week of running. We got another week of handling the basketball. So that'll eventually work our way out of it. But, we just got to not shoot ourselves in the foot and give ourselves a chance there at the end.
Normally when you shoot 56% on the road like you did on Saturday, you give yourself a pretty good chance to win. When you went back and looked at the tape, how did you feel about the quality of shots you got in the shot selection?
Yeah, no, I was happy with that. We probably took a couple quick threes, but that's just the way it is against teams. Sometimes like Covenant Christian and maybe with Herron tonight, is if you can just be strong with the ball and make 2 or 3 passes, you can get about any shot that you want. So we just needed more shots. We just had too many empty possessions. 27 turnovers is just, you wouldn't see that in Eli's 3rd grade game on a weekend. So we got to take care of the ball, make our free throws, and get the first rebound.
Herron, the opponent tonight, it's first ever meeting between these two programs. I think this is my hunch is anyway, that this is going to be something that's going to be a multiple time occurrence in this unique 2021 season, that you've got an opponent that can't play due to COVID reasons. You plug somebody else in and you have to on the fly prepare for a team that you've never seen before and you don't know a lot about. That's the case with Herron tonight. When you look at them on tape, what do you see?
Length, athleticism, want to get up and down quick, play a big, really stretched out zone, pick us up. More of a zone press than a man-to-man, which I think we're a little more comfortable with because that's kind of what we run, so it's what we go against in practice sometimes. So, we're going to have to say a lot of the same things, take care of the ball, make some shots against the zone, and definitely get the first rebound. Coach Jamin Warnke has the scout, and he likes to say their offense doesn't even start till they shoot the basketball because they're trying to get it off the rim. And so we got to be strong on the boards, get that first rebound, be strong with the ball, and I think we'll be able to get any shot that we want.
What do you look to do with them defensively when you're in the half court?
Yeah, keep them in front of us. Sure, keep them in front of us. Definitely limit their drives. Make them run some offense. We can't defend our own pick 6 turnovers, right? So we got to take care of the ball. That'll help our defense. Keep guys in front of us. We have our zone ready if we need it, but keep them in front and get that first rebound off the glass.
Roncalli taking on Herron tonight at the Vinny home opener. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Rob.
That's Roncalli head coach Michael Wantz. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle, trying to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. Nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They ought to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me. I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me. I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me. I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Alongside Connor Mahoney at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Roncalli taking on Herron tonight. Roncalli 0-1, Herron 2-1. First ever meeting between these two programs. Let's take a look at some other games around the area that we're keeping an eye on. Brebeuf is in action, 2-1 on the road at Shortridge. Center Grove 1-1 at 2-1 Pike. Greenwood 2-0 at 0-2 Franklin. Circle City Conference matchup between Heritage Christian and Chittard. The Eagles are 1-1, Chittard 0-2, and Chittard hosting that matchup tonight. 4-0 Addicts ranked in the top 10 in 4A at 1-3 Ritter. Cathedral 3-1 at 1-1 Warren Central. Park Tudor playing its first game of the season at 3-1 Beech Grove. Southport 0-1 at 2-2 Bloomington South. And Whiteland, who is 0-1, lost at home last Friday night to Plainfield. That game is at Perry Meridian. Perry Meridian playing its first game of the season. They had some COVID issues and had to put their program on pause for a couple weeks. But they Falcons opening their season tonight, hosting Whiteland, and that game of interest because Roncalli will be at Whiteland tomorrow night. So both Roncalli and Whiteland playing a back-to-back this weekend. And again, Michael Wants' team heading south to Whiteland tomorrow night to close out the weekend. And I guess, Connor, that's the term. I think I've not heard it used as frequently in high school basketball, but that certainly has been the term used during college basketball. When you read about college basketball programs, that if a program is not playing, they're on pause. So I'm going to co-opt that word when a program is not playing due to COVID issues. We're going to use that phrase. You good with that?
For sure. We're definitely going to see that more often, too, as we go on.
Well, and let's talk about that for a second, because the only reason Roncalli is playing Herron tonight, this game has been for months scheduled as the home opener against Decatur Central. And it's a game that I know Michael Wants likes to play because you could see Decatur Central in the sectional, and you like to play him early to get a look at him in case you have to play him again in March. But Decatur Central let Roncalli know, the athletic officials here at Roncalli know last week that they were going through some COVID issues and it was unlikely they were going to be able to play tonight. So that gave Roncalli some time to find an opponent. And this game with Herron was arranged by the end of last weekend for tonight. So this is going to be I think a multiple time occurrence for every team, where you're going to have to play a team that you don't know well, and the preparation is on short notice because you've had to plug in somebody else.
I know during football season we had that too, where there was changes in the schedule.
Yep.
I don't remember what school it was, but I think as we see, obviously going in the winter months, we're going to see it more here in basketball too, obviously because you're in this enclosed environment as well. There's not. But obviously with the contact sports, it's something that you're going to have to look at and something that's going to easily change.
Well, as we wind down this pregame prep, what do you have on your mind for keys to the game tonight?
Tonight, we talked about earlier, for sure, clean up turnovers, as we saw 20-plus turnovers in the last game. And then we went off to had a little bit of a slow start in the first game against Covenant Christian, but had a very strong second quarter offensively.
Yes.
So goal there would be to try and emulate that second quarter and have that to be the start of the game and try and continue that momentum throughout.
No question. Like the call, like the plan. We'll see how this unfolds. Roncalli 0-1 taking on Herron 2-1 in the Roncalli home opener for this 2021 season. We'll take our second and final break. When we come back, we'll have the lineup in the tip for tonight's game coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Oh, hold up, Brad. We didn't put our masks on. Good idea. Now let's go.
Don't be like Brad and Chad. Make sure you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth to prevent the spread of COVID. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information.
out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill
It's
me.
been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill
I don't
me.
need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill
I'm
me.
23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Them here at the Vinny. Rob Brown and Connor Mahoney with you. Let's take a look, if you're ready now, to tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Herron, 11 in the scorebook. Cam Bethel at one guard, 6 foot, a senior, averaging just under 10 points per game. Matt Ray, a 6'1 senior, averaging 12 points per game. Tylen Brown, their leading scorer, 6'4", a junior, averaging 22.3 points per game. Tendo Muboki, 6'4", a junior, averaging 7.3 points per game. And Marlon Anderson on the front line, 6'2", a senior, averaging 3.7 points per game. Starlin Stevens in his first year as the head coach of the Achaeans. 2-1 his record, assisted by Jalen Newsom. For Roncalli, 13 in the scorebook. And they will go with Carson Lynch, one forward, 6 foot, a senior averaging 14 points per game. Anthony Donahue, 6'2", the senior, averaging 21 points per game. Thomas Felmuth, 6'1", senior, averaging 2 points per game. On the front line, Aiden Leffler gets his first varsity start, 6'3", a junior, averaging 6 points per game. And Matthew Babb, 6'3", the senior, averaging also 6 points per game. Michael Wantz, the head coach, winningest coach in Roncalli basketball history. 256 and 147 his record in his 19th season. Assisted by Ian Brown, Jamin Wernke, Justin Wernke, and Justin Agresta. Tonight's officials, a veteran crew. PJ Pitts, the crew chief, Mark Hopper, and Tom Rohr. Roncalli in the home whites. Red Roncalli lettering, block lettering, red numbers. Royal blue trim. Herron in the home, the traveling black uniforms, the white block Herron lettering, white numerals, and the slight red trim. Mabuke jumps it up against Babb. We're ready to go. Happy you're with us on a Friday night. Roncalli moving left to right in this first half toward the west goal. PJ Pitts in the center circle, and Mabuke caught the jump ball. They both, Babb and Mabuke, missed the tip. We'll try it again. And the tip is controlled by Herron. Marlon Anderson gives to Ray. Ray's the point guard, averages team high 4.3 assists. Roncalli man-to-man to start. Anderson in the corner, played by Leffler. Gives to a cutter, put up the shot short. It's rebounded by Donahue. Right side Felmuth. Back to Donahue. Herron in a man-to-man. Leffler his first touch. Donahue in the corner. Donahue had 21 points on Saturday afternoon, including 2 threes, the only 2 threes that Roncalli hit. He's got it left side, checked by Brown. Finds Lynn down the baseline. Pull up is up and way short, rebounded by Mabuke. So each team comes up empty on its first possession. Dribble handoff to Bethel. And he gives Leffler an elbow out front, gives back to Ray. Ray drives on Felmuth in the lane, falling away from 10 off the window and in. Matt Ray It's Herron on the board first. Herron showing a little full court pressure. Now a diagonal pass to Lynch in the forecourt. Carson down the baseline. Got by the defense. He missed the layup. Rushed it. And Anderson pulls down the rebound. Connor, that's the shot you want, though, against that press.
Well, of course, he had that 2-3 passes to get out of that press and had that open look, just missed the basket.
2-0 to score. White handling out, or Brown rather, handling out front. The leg sleeve on the left leg. Now dribbling it down out by the timeline, forcing Donahue to come out and play him. Bethel comes to get it, high left. Back to Brown, tries the three. That's off the rim, and Mabuke runs down the rebound in the corner. Finds Bethel cutting in deep, and he put it up off the rim. It trickled away, and Babb clears it out. Down the floor, Donahue beat everybody down. He fakes, waits, and lays it in.
Great pass by Carson there to find Donahue down in the paint, allowing Roncalli to get an easy 2 points right there.
Yeah, all three Roncalli shots have come in the paint. Ball's loose on the floor, and it comes out of there. We've got a tie-up. Let's see. Yes, P.J. Pitts has the tie-up, and it's Roncalli ball. So we're tied at 2. 5:45 to go, first quarter. Leffler gets it back, up to Donahue. Cross-court pass to Carson Lynch. Left side, Donahue, open for three. That's long. And Leffler fighting for the rebound with Mabuke. Tie up, and that gives the ball back to Herron.
Well, once Roncalli is able to get out of that press, we have wide open looks. We've seen 3 of them now, and then we just saw one there with Donahue from 3.
Well, I think long-term you like your chances if Donahue's able to get enough time, that much time to measure a three-point shot.
I mean, once he gets one to fall, we know that he can start to rack up points from there, and he just has to get that hot hand.
Yep, that's exactly right. Bethel can't find any space to drive on Felmouth. Nice defense by Thomas. And Bethel brings the dribble back out, attacks again. In the lane, he runs over Felmouth, offensive foul. Boy, Thomas, great one-on-one defense on that possession. Takes the charge, and that's the first foul on Bethel. First sub into the game is Malik Africa, 6'1" senior. Malik Africa, 6'1", a senior. Into the ball game. Leffler, diagonal pass to Donahue in the forecourt. Now Carson Lynn holds it at the high left. Mabuke comes out to play Carson. Leffler, screen for Felmouth, gives to Babb, top of the circle. Left side, Carson has it cleared out. Gives to Babb up front. Right side, Leffler measures a three. In and out. Rebound. Lynch flew in to get it, but it was knocked free to Anderson. He brings it the other way. 2-2 the score. Down the baseline. Ray cut off. Gives to Africa. Now Brown handles. He's played by Leffler this time down. Brown, their leading scorer. Tried the pick and roll. Mabuke didn't roll. Felmouth has the loose ball. Thomas up the floor to Lynch. Carson to the bucket. Put it up. Blocked by Brown. Two-hand block. Loose ball on the floor. Babb fighting for it, and he calls timeout. Babb gets on the deck and holds the possession. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 30-second timeout. 2-2 our score on the Beck Service Center scoreboard. But tonight's game is brought to us by our folks at our friends at Marion University. Also tonight, our game is brought to us by
Indiana Members Credit Union. At Indiana Members Credit Union, you can get pre-approved and streamline the vehicle buying process. It's fast, free, and it will take you down a quicker road to the car of your dreams. Visit incu.com for more information.
That's Connor Mahoney. I'm Rob Brown. Pleased you're with us tonight. Don't get with the restriction and the attendance restrictions being at parents only tonight and really until the middle of January. Don't get a lot of drop-ins like we normally do, but decent crowd here tonight. Off the inbound, Leffler. Ball out front. Donahue has it between the circles. 2-2 the score halfway through the first quarter. Pace certainly to Roncalli's liking. 2-3 zone by the Achaeans. Felmuth a long three out front. Bang! He got it, rattled it home. Thomas Felmuth. Roncalli scored 5 in a row to take a 5-2 lead. That's Thomas's first 3 of the season. Quick 3 on the other end by Ray is good. Matt Ray has all 5 of Herron's points. He came in 3 out of 15 from behind the line. Leffler gives to Lynn. Carson, bounce to Donahue. Now Herron in a scramble. Donahue cross-court skip to Leffler. Aiden looked inside for Babbitt, wasn't there. Now Carson Lynn has it back out front. Leffler flashes to the foul line. Good pass in deep to Babb. He laid it in. Nice pass by Leffler, and Babb finishes at the rim.
Fantastic ball movement by Roncalli there. Get an open shot. Been able to, so far, get out of that full court press, and so far it's paying dividends for us.
The quality of shots Roncalli's gotten in this first quarter has to play to its advantage here over the course of 4 quarters. Afrika with it, left arc. Gets a high screen from Mabuke, and Roncalli hedges the screen and a foul. 2 defenders there. Let's see where the foul goes. Goes to Felmuth, his first, and the team's first. Matt Ray inbounding, near side. He has all 5 of the Herron points. Has the basketball back. Gives it over to Brown. Brown drives on Donahue in the lane, puts it up and in. We mentioned Brown averaging over 20 points a game. And Connor, you just kept waiting for him to get aggressive and get a shot.
For sure, definitely. He has the length to be able to get inside. And then we've seen in warm-ups he has a shot outside the three-point line as well, which is something Roncalli is going to have to account for.
Carson Lynn works, spins on Ray to the bucket, put it up at the rim. He's fouled and earns 2 shots with 1:57 to go in the quarter and a tie score of 7. Mabuke with the foul, his first, team second. Carson Lynn shoots 2. First one on the way, got it. Well, we mentioned Roncalli's free throw struggles. 13 for 24 at Covenant Christian, but Carson was 8 out of 8. Which you take Carson's 8 out of 8 out of 13-24, and then it really gets ugly.
For sure. He's the one that's hitting free throws. I guess he's the best person to have at the line right now at the beginning of this game.
Spins the basketball, measures the second one. That one's cleanly through. Luke Aller steps in for the first time this season, giving Carson Lynn a break. Luke, the 5'9" senior, unavailable due to an leg injury for the first game, but he's in action tonight. Started 9 games last year as a junior, or 12, beg your pardon. Bethel's back in the game. Ray handles out front against Aller. Nice dump into Mabuke. The pass went through his hands, but Bethel able to scoop it away. Now Babb's got the loose ball. Babb up the wing to the bucket, bounce across the paint to Donahue. He put it up. It rolled off the rim, but he drew a foul and shoots 2 with 1:35 to go.
I think Roncalli's forced maybe 4 or 5 turnovers so far. I don't believe if we have, it's maybe been 1, but
I think on the jump ball, that was the only one.
I think that was the only one. We've been pretty safe and taking care of the ball so far, and Herron hasn't done that, and we've been able to capitalize on some of those opportunities.
Well, and Roncalli, when they've pushed the basketball, they've been selective with it, but when they've pushed, they've gotten some really easy looks at the other end. Donahue makes the first free throw, second one swishing. 4 points for AD, and the lead is 4, 11-7. Final 90 seconds of the first quarter. Ray has 5 of the 7. Brown driving on Donahue, elevates off the board too hard from 8. Rebounds tapped to Aller. Luke waits for the traffic to clear, now gets a pass ahead to Donahue in the forecourt. Over to Felmuth. Thomas down the lane, all the way to the rim, twisting at the rim. It rolled off against the contest of Bethel. And now a palming violation called on Brown as he worked his way into the lane. So that's, like you talked about, Connor, another Herron turnover. Gives it back to Roncalli with a 4-point lead. Now Roncalli quickly into the forecourt against the pressure of Herron. Herron settles back defensively, and Aller mans the point for Roncalli. Michael Wantz calls out what he wants. Inside a minute to go, first quarter. Aller with it, right arc. Finds Donahue behind a double screen out front for three. Bang! He got it. Donahue's first three of the night. And Herron wants time. Full timeout. We'll go ahead and take one as well. 42 seconds to go, first quarter. Roncalli leads on the Beck Service Center scoreboard 14-7. We'll step out, come right back in 30 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network. Herron walks it up out of the timeout. Ray gets a high screen from Anderson. Roncalli fights through that defensively. Ray lost the dribble. It rolls back to the timeline, picked up by Bethel. Bethel dribbles it off his foot, but it rolls right to Afrika. Herron getting a little loose with the dribble here, but able to hang on to the basketball so far on this possession. Corner three is up and in by Bethel. Second three of the quarter for Herron, and it's 14-10. Roncalli has time. 5 seconds to go. Aller to Felmuth. Thomas, pull up. Bang! He got it! A leading three by Thomas Felmuth on the left wing. The second three of the night for Thomas. And Roncalli closes the quarter with a 7-point lead. 17-10 our score. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. It's Roncalli basketball in the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Good start for Roncalli here in this home opener. 17-10 our scores. We head to quarter number two. Anthony Donahue has 7 points to lead Roncalli. Three-pointers in that first quarter. Connor, what did you see from Roncalli that you liked in that first quarter?
Well, we talked about one of the key points was having that having a good first quarter, like they had a good second quarter against Covenant Christian. So hopefully they can have a similar second quarter to what they had at Covenant Christian and continue to put the pressure on Herron, as right now Roncalli has the momentum.
And a 7-point lead in the basketball. I'll set the lineups for you. Caden Gore is in at the point guard spot for Roncalli, the 5'11 junior, out there with Donahue, Felmuth. Braden Spazzelli is in, the 6'3 junior, and Trevor Laut, the 6'6 sophomore, in the game. Donahue, left side Laut, comes out to get it. Finds Spazzelli top of the key. Dribble handoff to Donahue. Laut wants it in the block, looking for a passing angle. Felmuth feeds him. Trev kicks it back out. Spazzelli steps into a three. That's long. Rebound run down the corner. And bodies collide. It goes out of bounds. Where's the ball going to go? P.J. Pitts and Mark Harper consult. It's Roncalli basketball. So Herron begins the second quarter with the same five that finished the first quarter. That's Bethel, Ray, Afrika, Brown, and Anderson. Lauk in the left corner. Anderson's up tight. Trevor spins down the baseline to the bucket. He put it up, no, but he drew the foul. The big man showing some footwork down the baseline, draws a 2-shot foul. That foul's on Anderson, his first, and the team's third.
Good to see Trevor Lauk use his size there down in the paint and get himself to the line.
Free throw is short. Second one's up and in. Trevor splits the pair for his first point of the night. 18-10 our score. Roncalli leads. Three the other way is rattled good by Matt Ray. His second three of the game. And it's 18-13 in favor of Roncalli. Spizzelli at the right elbow. Cross-court pass is deflected into the bench, or into the scorer's table rather, by Herron. And it stays with Roncalli. 3 of Herron's 5 field goals so far in this game have been from three-point range. Herron looks like they're setting up for a zone trap here in the half court. Felmuth is trapped. Donahue on the far side finds Spizzelli in the short corner. Spizzelli has to get out of it and loops a pass to Donahue out near the timeline. Over to Felmuth. Felmuth killed the dribble, now to Gore. Gore bounce to Lauk at the elbow. Trevor back out to Gore. Left side Felmuth looking inside. Spizzelli pops out. Donahue's got it right side for an open three. High arcer. Too long, but Felmuth has the long rebound. Back to Gore. Roncalli resets. Lauk, nice give and go to Gore on the cut, and Connor lays it in, or Caden rather lays it in. Caden Gore with the bucket on a nice give and go from Trevor Lauk.
Roncalli was able to get second chance points after we got the offensive rebound, and great pass by Trevor Lauk to find Caden on the layup.
And Caden returns the favor as Herron turns it over and Trevor Lauk leaks out. Caden Gore hits it ahead and Trevor lays it in. The big man running the floor. 22-13 the score. Biggest lead of the night for Roncalli, 9, and Lauk hedges the screen and too physical on the hedge. Takes the foul, his first, team second. Tom Rohr has the foul call. Luke Kegris stepping in, 6'4" sophomore for Roncalli. So now 5 players have entered the game off the bench. And let's see. That's Josh Wright, number 4, who's checked into the game for Herron. Quick three out front by Brown, nicks the front of the rim and picked up off the floor by Lauk. Bounce up the floor, stolen by Brown. 1 on 3. Pull-ups from 17, in and out. And Lauk has the rebound knocked loose. And Lauk dives on the floor to try and steal it back, and he commits the foul. Cam Bethel beat him to the basketball. So Trevor picks up 2 quick ones and has to check out here with 5:16 to go in the half. Babs back in. 22-13 the score. Matt Ray inbounding. He has 8 of Herron's 13. Right in the left corner. No space. Out to Bethel. Bethel working against Kegris. Crossed it up, lost the handle, it rolls right to Brown out front. Brown crossed up into the lane, jump stopping, Euro stepping and flips it in. That's a tough shot by Tylen Brown. And now a steal the other way by Brown. Into the forecourt, Roncalli's back defensively. Long three out front by Ray, that's off the rim and rebounded by Spizzelli. Clears to Gore.
2 quick turnovers there by Roncalli. We didn't see much of that in the first quarter, so hopefully they can clean up the basketball a bit.
Gore picked up his, well, let's see, hang on a second. Michael Wantz wanted time, and then there was wanted a timeout. Mark Harper's got a foul on the catch. On the pass, Donahue was about to turn it over. So the foul is on Brown, and Michael Wantz says, well, I don't want the timeout anymore. Caden Gore checks out. Carson Lynn's back in. Carson Lynch back in at the point. 22-15. Roncalli's lead is 7. Spazzelli, dribble handoff to Kegris. Luke's first touch. He hands to Lynch. Carson down the lane. Finds Spazzelli down the baseline, no space. Back out to Carson on the high right. 4:15 to go first half. Kegris, he drives all the way to the bucket. He put it up, put it in, high off the board. And you wonder there, Connor, if that's a situation where Herron did not know Kegris was left-handed.
For sure.
They basically dared him to put it on the floor with the left hand.
If you don't have a lot of, with Luke playing on both JV and varsity, isn't going to be somebody they really highlight that much. So he's going to be somebody that's going to be a bit surprising when he's able to take it with his left hand strongly to the rim.
In the corner, traveling is called on Josh Wright. Yeah, you're right. A guy like Luke Kegris, who's a little bit further down the roster, he's on page 2 of the scouting report.
He's not the first person you look at when you're looking at Roncalli's team, so he's definitely somebody who can fly under the radar a bit.
Michael Hegwood is into the game for the first time for Roncalli, the 6'3 junior. So the Roncalli 5 on the floor is Lynch, Kegris, Leffler, Hegwood, and Babb. Josh Summers is in the game also for Herron, number 5 on your video screen, for those of you watching with us tonight. Carson got in the lane, finds Babb. Right side, Babb gets it back from Leffler. Nice bounce in deep to Carson. He flips it up. Ooh, it rolled off the rim, but he drew the foul and shoots 2.
Good ball movement again by Roncalli. We've seen that as a common theme throughout the game as we were able to, obviously in the first quarter, be able to get out of that full court press. I think we've seen Herron maybe drop off a bit in this second quarter because I think it was probably something Roncalli went over with in the film room and said, okay, this is what Herron is going to do, and this is how we're going to counter against them.
Brown's back in for Herron, replacing Wright. Carson makes the first free throw. He's 3 for 3. 3:20 to go. It's a 10-point Roncalli lead, first double-figure lead of the season in this game number 2. Carson hits them both. 26-15 the score. Bethel the other way quickly. Played out front by Kegris. In the corner, Brown. He's guarded by Hegwood. Brown trying to get free. Hegwood chasing him to the corner. Mabuke for 3, tried to bank it in. Loose ball rebound knocked off the end line by Hegwood. And it stays with Herron with 3:04 left here in the half. And let's see, Marlon Anderson checking back in for Mabuke. 26-15 our score. Roncalli leads by 11. Brown jab stepping on Hegwood for 3. It's short. Rebound picked up off the floor at the foul line by Kegris. Luke up the floor. Picked up his dribble. Shovels to Carson Lynch. Hegwood with it. Back to Carson. Out between the circles. Kegris pops out to get it. Hands back to Lynch. Carson facing up against Matt Ray. Puts it on the deck. It's a high screen from Leffler. Turns the corner. Down the baseline. He's in a double team. Needs help. Back out to Leffler. Ball around the horn. Hegwood has it, left point. Back to Carson. Carson Lynch finds Kegris cutting. Pop from the foul line, rolls off the rim. Babb flew in to try and get the rebound, but he couldn't corral it. Off the end line, it goes back to Herron. And what we're seeing, Connor, when Roncalli has a lead like this, they can afford to be patient, wait for shots, and play at their own pace.
That was a good shot to be able to get an open look. You just have to knock those down, but you can never be you can't be really unhappy with a shot if it's missed. But if you have that open look, to go on and take it.
Anderson at the other end missed a shot in deep against Leffler's defense, and Babb has the rebound on the short 6-footer. Carson goes to the bucket, draws a foul on Bethel. Carson Lynch draws the foul on Bethel at the rim. Bethel's second foul, team 6. And Lynch shooting 2 more with 1:56 to go in the half, and Roncalli up 11.
Might be a common theme here to see Carson get into the line as his shift in direction and pace has been super devastating so far to this Herron defense.
Carson spins the basketball. First one on the way. Good. Thelmuth returns for Roncalli, as does Donahue. Leffler and Kegris take a seat. Well, Carson so far on the season is 13 of 13 from the foul line. Going back to including Saturday's 8 for 8 5 for 5 tonight. Spins, sets, got it. 6 points for Carson Lynch off from the foul line. It's 28-13. 6-0 Roncalli run has stretched the lead out to a game-high 13. Ray, left side to Brown, works on Lynch on a switch, got into the lane, runs into Babb. Babb takes the blocking foul. Brown's shot rolled off the rim. I think that foul's going to be on the floor. Yep, foul on the floor. So a non-shooting foul. Babb's foul, his first, team 4. Anderson inbounding baseline left under the Herron hoop. Gets it out to Afrika. Dribbles to the left corner, not there. Out to Ray, who's got 8 points. 8 of Herron's 15. Afrika on the far side, trying to find Brown in low. Donahue holds that off. Ray drives on Lynch, puts it up, and a blocking foul on Babb. Babb's tried to draw 2 charges in the last 60 seconds and has 2 blocking fouls for his trouble. His second foul, team 5th. That is a shooting foul, so Ray shoots the first 2 Herron free throws of the night here with 1:27 to go in the half. First one rolls good. Matt Ray came in averaging 12 points. This game number 4 for Herron this year. And he had a season-high 21 on Tuesday night in the win over Purdue Poly. Babb checks out with 2 fouls, and Leffler's back in. Ray hits them both. He's into double figures, and it's 28-17 in favor of Roncalli. 1:22 to go here in the first half. Falmouth is trapped out front. Bounce to Donahue at the elbow. Ball swung to Leffler. Corner 3. Bang! He got it. Aiden able to set his feet and knock it down from the left corner. That's the 4th Roncalli 3 of the night, and it's 31-17. Anderson on the roll, in the lane against Donahue, puts a body into him, missed it at the rim. Hegwood over the top of Summers on the rebound attempt is called for the foul.
Roncalli looks like they keep looking to draw that offensive foul. We saw Babb try to do that 2 times, and then we saw Donahue try to get one as well.
Yeah, they no-called that one. But, yeah, they're sending a second defender. You're right. Every time a Herron player gets into the paint off the dribble, Roncalli is sending a second defender there to try and draw a charge. Afrika killed his dribble in the lane, finds Ray driving, pull up over Lynch is good. And Matt Ray looking very good. He has his average of 12 here in the first half. Inside 40 seconds to go. First half. Lynch handling. Herron's out of fouls, as is Roncalli. Falmouth to Leffler. Another corner 3 by Leffler. That's short. Rebound grab by Anderson. Herron has time. 18 seconds to go in the half. Anderson picked up his dribble. Hands to Afrika. Afrika drives to the rim. Nice pass across the paint to Brown. He put it up and in with 7 seconds to go. Roncalli has to hurry. Donahue. Bounce to Hegwood. Hegwood down the baseline. Puts it up. Shot blocked by Anderson. And that will do it. So Roncalli outscoring Herron in the quarter, 14-11, and as a result takes a 31-21 lead into the halftime break. Stay tuned. We'll step out for 60 seconds. When we come back, Connor and I have all the particulars on tonight's Beck Service Center halftime show. It's next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Going to school, Chad. Oh, hold up, Brad. We didn't put our masks on. Good idea. Now let's go.
Don't be like Brad and Chad. Make sure you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth to prevent the spread of COVID. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information.
Rob Brown, Connor Mahoney back with you at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. We are at halftime. Roncalli leads Herron 31-21. Before we go any further, we're just past the top of the hour, so we'll step out quickly for this 10-second pause, reminding you you're listening to Roncalli Basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. (31-21) the score. Roncalli leads Herron at the half. Let's take a look at how the first half unfolded. We had 3 ties in the first 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes. But Roncalli broke away from a 7-7 tie with a 10-3 run to close out the quarter and led 17-10 at the end of one. In the second quarter, Roncalli was able to get to the foul line and gap the Achaeans, leading by as much as 14, 31-17, before Herron scored the final 4 points of the quarter to settle up the first half margin at 10, the 14-11 Roncalli advantage in the period. Roncalli led by Anthony Donahue. He had 7 in the first half. Matt Ray had 12 in the first half for Herron, but a pretty solid first half. Connor, you look at some of your keys. Roncalli's turnovers very low. The shot selection and the quality of shots was very good, and 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Not a lot to complain about for Roncalli here in this first half.
No, definitely not anything big to complain about right now. They've been very good at being able to get out of that full court press. You saw more of a half court as well as the game went on. Doing well from the free throw line, getting looks at the three-point line, and then we've seen a bunch of really good ball movement from Roncalli to be able to get passes into the paint and be able to get the little bunny hop finish at the rim.
So 31-21 our score. Roncalli leads at the break over Herron. We'll go ahead and take a break of 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll have tonight's first half totals. Connor has those when we return in 2 minutes on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I work out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me.
I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Free throw line. Donahue leads Roncalli scores with 7. Lynch has 6. Felmuth has 6. Gore has 2. Leffler has 3. Babb has 2. And Kegris has 2. And then Lauk rounds it off with 3. And then for Herron tonight in the first half, they went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. They had 3 scores with Bethel with 3, Ray with 12, and Brown with 6.
Well, that gets us to our 31-21 score. Roncalli leading Herron at the break. Roncalli winning the JV game earlier tonight, 61-34. Be back tomorrow night. Roncalli down at Whiteland. Our broadcast of that is pending. Roncalli's girls team in the semifinals of the Marion County Tournament tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That game, you can listen on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com and watch the game on the Roncalli YouTube channel tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock as Roncalli takes on Lawrence North. And depending upon the outcome of that game, if the girls team is able to defeat Lawrence North and advance to the county tournament final, we will have that game for you. If not, if the girls team falls to Lawrence North, we will head down to Whiteland and have the boys game for you. So that broadcast pending, but we do know the boys will be down there nonetheless to take on Whiteland. We've got 2 more quarters of action here at Roncalli to take care of. We'll step out for 2 minutes and come back and take you up to the start of that third quarter. Coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Going to school, Chad. Oh, hold up, Brad. We need to put our masks on. Good idea. Well, let's go.
Don't be like Brad and Chad. Make sure you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth to prevent the spread of COVID. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information.
I work out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me.
I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
And we're back with a sponsor here from Marion University. At Marion University, you will meet students who are tomorrow's leaders in their chosen professions. You'll also find a welcoming campus that is small enough to provide you with individual attention from nationally and internationally recognized faculty, and big enough to help you get the experience and connections you need for career success. Go Knights.
That's Connor Mahoney. I'm Rob Brown. Pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Friday night with us. Great crew helping us bring you all the sights and sounds of this one tonight. Luke Jones manning the controls, our CBS Sports 1430 studios on the north side of Indianapolis. Eros Garcia, our video director tonight. Stefan Welsh handling the graphics, and is our coordinating producer, Reese Gosser on the camera. And with Connor Mahoney, I'm Rob Brown. Takes a village to bring you this broadcast. We're happy to do it. Roncalli with the basketball. Not check that. It'll be Herron basketball to start the second half. Original starters on the floor for both teams. For Herron, that's Bethel, Ray, Mabuke, Brown, and Anderson. For Roncalli, Lynch, Felmuth, Leffler, Donahue, and Babb. And we're underway. Roncalli up 10. Led by as much as 14 in that first half. Herron's only lead was at 2-0. Bethel handling out front. Gives to Mabuke at the foul line. Faces up on Babb. Falling away. Draws a foul right into the chest of Babb he goes. And Babb's picked up his third foul. 13 seconds into the third quarter.
Not ideal to have Babb immediately getting that foul. definitely hurts, as he's going to have to watch before he gets himself into bad foul trouble.
Mabuke gets a friendly roll in the back of the rim as the first free throw falls. His first point of the night came in averaging just over 7 a game. That was no good on the back of the rim and rebounded by Donahue. 31-22, first Roncalli possession of the second half. Felmuth out top, Lynch. Carson pull up from the foul line. Good. Boy, he stepped right into that one and hits his first field goal tonight. Carson was 6 for 6 from the foul line in the first half. Leffler picks up Bethel on a switch top side. Right wing Anderson drawing Babb away from the hoop. Bethel checked right arc by Donahue. Crossed him up, fakes at the foul line. Mabuke's wide open at the rim and lays it in off the feed. 3 points for Mabuke to start this second half. And Herron down 9. Leffler near side. Back to Felmuth, out between the circles. Thomas looks it over. Gives to Lynch near sideline. Carson dribble handoff to Felmuth. Donahue left alone. Now he drives down the lane. Nice slide bounce to Babb. He put it up and in. Boy, the defense encircled Donahue just below the foul line. He dropped a nice bounce pass to Babb. Down the lane, Brown got to the rim. He missed it short. Rebound tapped to the corner. Babb able to save it, and it's picked up off the floor by Leffler.
Great effort there by Babb to save that ball before it went out of bounds.
Donahue dribbles into a 3 right side. It's no good. And Brown flies in to take the rebound away. He's back to the other end. Dribbles behind his back. Gives it to Ray, trailing for 3. That's no good. And the rebound grabbed by Donahue. Outlet ahead to Leffler. Aiden to the bucket. Puts it up, puts it off the rim. No, but he drew a foul on Ray. And shoots it 2. With 6:05 to go here in the third. That's Ray's first foul. Team first. And Connor, one thing we've seen here in the first 2 minutes, this first 2 minutes has been a multiple of 4 or 5 physical than the first half was.
Yes, for sure. We've definitely seen an increase of going end-to-end, fast-paced, trying to move on the break.
Leffler missed both free throws. Babb's on the deck, and he's tied up by Ray rather. Roncalli has the arrow, so it stays at the Roncalli end. 35-24 the score. Appreciate Father Wilmuth checking in tonight and listening. Always good to have Father tuning in. Off the corner, inbound, Donahue for 3. Bang! He got it. So that turns into a 3-point possession for Roncalli as Donahue hits his second 3 of the night, and the lead is 14. Donahue stuck a hand in and fouled Ray. Mark Hopper caught him red-handed right there in the right corner. Donahue's foul, his first, team's second. So Roncalli has matched his biggest lead of the night, 14.
Good to see Donahue have that open look and be able to knock it down, help with his confidence, and I would look to see him take a little bit more shots as we go on here. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
And he's drawing the defensive assignment on Brown. Meanwhile, Bethel jacks up a 3 right side that's no good. Babb taps the rebound to Leffler. Waits for help, does Leffler. Finds Felmuth trailing. Now Felmuth picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Lynch. Carson pressured tightly by Bethel out front. Bounce to Leffler. Back to Carson on the wing. Lynch, nice bounce to Leffler on the cut. He fakes at the rim and draws the foul at the rim. Missed the shot but shoots 2. Anderson the foul. His second, team second. Leffler shoots 2 more after missing 2 moments ago. First one on the way, no good. Aiden taking some deep knee bends, trying to get the rhythm back here. Second one on the way, that one's good. Lead is 15, back quickly the other way for Herron. Anderson, slow dribbling out at the right arc. Bounce to Bethel on the near sideline, played by Felmuth. Bethel crossing up, setting up for a drive, lost the handle on the pull-up. Babb picks the loose change up, ahead to Lynch. Carson on the push, finds Leffler. Aiden down the baseline. Strong arms his way up and in, just too strong. Aiden Leffler underneath. Puts in the 2-point field goal, and Starlin Stevens has seen enough.
Fantastic start for Roncalli in this third quarter. It's always good to get off to a good start, as we have for majority of this game.
41-24, 17-point lead. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. It's Roncalli basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Rob Brown, Connor Mahoney back with you on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Roncalli with a 8-0 burst to grab its biggest lead of the night, 17, with 4:45 to go here in the third. Back with you tomorrow morning, as we mentioned, for the girls basketball semifinal in the Marion County tournament. Tim Gray's girls team 9-0 taking on Lawrence North. Back to action out of the timeout. Herron with the basketball. Donahue denying Brown. Afrika's back in the game. He hands to Anderson, left arc. Ray out high. Has 12 points to lead Herron. Ray, one-hand pass to Brown. Facing up on Donahue. Lynch plays Brown on a switch. Brown crossing up, trying to find space. Can't. Afrika in the corner for three. That's an air ball short. Anderson rebounds. Lost it on the way up, got it back. Babb stripped it loose. Babb's got the loose ball. Bounce ahead to Donahue, leaking out. Donahue lays it up and in. He's into double figures with 12, and the lead is 19. Afrika gives to Anderson. Baseline spot up from 12 is too strong. Babb up high to get the rebound. Leaves for Lynch.
Babb's had those 3 fouls, but we started to see that he's come out with a lot of energy in this third quarter. Been getting rebounds, getting steals, and helping start the fast break.
Thelma's 12-foot pull-up is no good. Donahue's flip on the rebound is no good. Yeah, the fact that Babb has 3 fouls has not stopped him from going full speed and being very aggressive. Herron misses one at the other end. Lynch lets ahead to Thelma. Left corner, Leffler, time to measure a 3. That's off the rim. Donahue one-hands the rebound. He's in low. He draws a foul, and he shoots 2. Afrika and Anderson are in deep. I think Anderson takes the foul, his third. Team's third. 3:14 to go here in the third. Donahue shoots 2. He's 2 for 2 tonight. No good. He's got a team high 12 points. Allers into the game for Falmouth. Donahue, the only Roncalli player right now in double figures. One more for Donahue. That one rolls off. Ray brings it the other way. 43-24. Roncalli's outscored Herron in the quarter, 12-3. And the errant pass goes through the hands and out of bounds off of Anderson. Leffler cannot run the baseline after that turnover. Lynch in the deep backcourt. Summers is into the game. Number 5 on your screen. Leffler into the forecourt. Turns the corner, gets to Lynch. Carson finds Donahue cutting. He splits a double team and he traveled to do it. Yeah. Donahue got turned around there and kind of got on the wrong foot, trying to pivot through that double team.
We've noticed as they like to commit in that paint, whenever one of the Roncalli players receives the ball, they try to close him down, but then it's left a lot of space for Roncalli to get open looks.
Luke Kegris into the game for Carson Lynch. Down the baseline, and Brown pushed off on Aller, called for the offensive foul. That's Brown's second. Spazzelli's into the game for Roncalli. Braden Spazzelli replacing Aiden Leffler. Leffler gets... Herron pressure off the inbounds. Aller handling the point guard duties. Gets to Spazzelli. Has to get it over. And Donahue does to Kegris. Now Luke into the corner. Circles back out. Bounce to Donahue. He spins away from the defense and lays it in. And that's another example, Connor, of what you said about Herron aggressively trapping in the corners, leaving the bucket open if you can find it.
Backdoor cut's been open the entire game, and we've gotten a majority of our points that way. It just takes a good pass and a good move, and we're in.
Ray to the corner. Pass in deep to Brown. He's bumped on the catch. Aller was there too. I say also, Babb was there, and they gave the foul to Aller. If that was Babb, that was 4. But they give it to Luke, his first. Team third. 2:03 left to go in the third quarter. 45-24 the score. Roncalli on top by 21. Summers baseline right on the inbound. Takes a look. Floats to Ray in front of the Herron bench. Quick three up by Ray is good. Oh my. Ray's third three of the game. He's got 15. That's the first points for Herron in over 5 minutes. 45-27. Kegris in the left corner. Brings it back out. Roncalli in no hurry, up 18. Inside 100 seconds to go. Summers up too tight. Fouls Aller near the timeline. His foul second, team fifth.
Ray so far has been that bright spot for Herron tonight. We talked about Brown earlier in the pregame, and Roncalli's been able to keep him relatively quiet throughout this game.
Babb a deep post. Nice pass across the paint to Donahue, cutting on the backside, and Donahue lays it in. He's got 9 in the quarter and 16 in the ball game. Ray spinning in the lane. Finger roll short, and Aller tried to tap the rebound out, and he fouled Ray in the process. That's Aller's second foul, team 4. They call that a shooting foul? Nobody had the basketball.
That just looked like a tie-up on the attempt to get the rebound.
Ray shoots 2, first one up and in. Yeah, that looked like just a tap to try and get control, tap it to a teammate. There's no question that Aller fouled him, but I don't know that Ray had possession enough to merit 2 shots, but he's there. He makes the first, and he makes the second. 17 points for Ray. 47-29 the score. 1:20 to go, first third quarter. Donahue drives on Ray into the paint, kicks to Aller, corner 3, bang! He got it. Luke Aller's first shot of the season is a 3-pointer from the corner, and it's 50-29. Brown against Aller. Brown pull up to the foul line, shooting over Aller, good. But Brown's able to step into his shooting motion at 6'4". There's not a lot the 5'9" Luke Aller can do about it. Roncalli breaks the pressure on the backside. It's a 3-on-1. Kegris holds and waits. Over to Aller with 40 seconds to go in the third. Aller working against Josh Wright, who's in the game. Kegris down the lane, pull up from 8, too strong. And Luke got his own rebound though, scoops it back out to Donahue. Over to Aller, right corner 3 this time. That's short, an air ball. And Afrika has the rebound. He's fouled by Spazzelli. Spazzelli's first and the team's 5th. 50-31 our score. Roncalli up 19. 23 and 2/10 seconds to go in the third. Caden Gore steps in for Roncalli, replacing Donahue, who checks out with a team-high 16. 50-31 is our score. 23 seconds to go. Michael Wantz yells out one stop to his defense. Ray looks like he's content to dribble this third quarter down, handling at the high left. Aller comes up to make him pass it away. Ray gets it right back in the jump circle with 7. Still on the far sideline with 5. Crossing up with 3 in a double team. Leaner in the lane, off the board and in. Boy, that's finally executed by Ray. He scored 7 points in the quarter, has 19 in the ball game. And Roncalli leads this game by 17, 50-33. As we head to the final quarter, stay tuned. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. Roncalli basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
So you think you can beat a train? Well, think again. While trains can appear to be slow-moving, they can easily cause injuries or death. You must slow down and yield at all railroad crossings. Attempting to beat the train puts yourself and others at risk. According to the Federal Railroad Administration, there were over 2,200 railroad crossing collisions in the United States last year, resulting in 293 deaths. Don't be a statistic. Look, listen, and live. So you think you can beat
Rob Brown, Connor Mahoney back with you for the final quarter from Roncalli tonight. It's 50-33. Roncalli on top of Herron. First ever meeting between these two programs. Roncalli outscoring Herron 19-12 in the quarter. Matt Ray, the senior guard of Herron, has a game-high 19 points. Anthony Donahue has 16 to lead Roncalli.
Been a good start for Roncalli in every single quarter so far, and this is the last one to close this game out.
Changes the game, as you alluded to in the pregame show. It changes the game when you're playing from in front in the back half of quarters. Brown working against Lynch. Left side 3 by Ray is good. Boy, he's got it dialed in tonight. Matt Ray with 22.
He's been hot in this second half.
Roncalli's going to have to take care of the ball here, as Herron has chopped a 21-point lead down to 14. Kegris gets it in, over to Hegwood. Diagonal pass to Lynch. Carson holds. Lynch, Gore, Kegris, Lauk is back in, and Hegwood, the 5 on the floor for Roncalli. Ray, Bethel, Afrika, Brown, and Wright out there for Herron. Kegris, elbow jumper, good. Boy, he got himself some space and got to the left elbow and knocked it down. Second bucket of the night for Luke. It's 52-36. Brown's jumper is off the mark from 18 and rebounded by Trevor Lauk. Trevor gets it ahead to Kegris. Michael Wantz wants his defense to hold, but the C's part. Lynn's right down the lane. He missed the layup. Lauk has the rebound. Count it and put him on the line. Why, I think in a no shot clock scenario here, Connor, Michael Wantz would prefer that his team work clock, but boy, if you're Carson Lynch and the lane just parts, you got to go to the rim, right?
You have to take that up, and unfortunately he was unable to finish it, but Trevor Lauk was there to get that offensive board and put it back up and get the and one as well.
55-36. 19-point lead for Roncalli. Down the lane, Afrika draws a foul in the corner on Kegris as he turns the corner. That's Luke's first and the team's 6. So both teams are at the doorstep of the bonus here with 6:37 to go. 1-1 either way on the next foul. Brown out front. Dribbles on Hegwood, trying to find space to elevate. He does from 10, and he got it to go. Tylen Brown just so long. You compared him during pregame warmups to Kevin Durant in terms of his body type and his build. Got a jump ball as Wright got in and tied up Lynch, but Roncalli has the arrow. And Brown at 6'4", he's got like a 6'6" wingspan. When he gets his feet set and he's able to elevate, there's not a single guy on Roncalli's roster that can contest that shot.
Well, he's jumping so high too. Like you talked about, wingspan, like there he's able to tip the pass before it got to Carson as well.
And Carson got the pass down at the other end, and Brown fouled him. Unfortunately for Herron, that's team foul 7. And Carson shoots a 1-and-1 with 6:22 to go. And Roncalli up 17. Carson 6 for 6 tonight. First one on the way, good. Well, not only is he 7 for 7 tonight, I'm not sure in these 7 makes, Connor, that he's had maybe one that's even hit the rim. Second one up, and I jinxed him.
I was about to say, we've been going the whole time. He went 8 for 8 against oh, never mind.
They call a lane violation. He missed the free throw, but they call the lane violation. Tom Rohr has a lane violation on Herron, so that miss goes away, and Carson gets another chance here.
All right, so maybe we haven't jinxed him yet.
We'll see.
Might still have an opportunity.
We might still have an opportunity to redeem ourselves, yes. Donahue and Felmuth have returned. One more for Carson, and that was no good. So it was not meant to be. 56-38. Down the baseline, Lauk can't get in front of Wright, and he's called for the foul. Trevor's third. Team 7, so Wright shoots a 1-and-1. Wright's 1 for 6 on the season from the foul line. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Left hand to right, misses the free throw, and Lauk secures the rebound. Felmuth trapped in the backcourt, steps through the double team, finds Donahue. Donahue in the lane, gets it back out to Felmuth. Michael wants to run clock. Felmuth steps into a 3. Bang! Why not? Thomas Felmuth, his third 3 of the night. And it's back to a 21-point lead.
Nothing to complain about when he's hitting the 3.
Nope. Ray into the lane, drives on Lynch, draws the foul. It trickled off. Matt Ray, who has been very impressive tonight, the senior point guard. He draws a foul, goes back to the line. He has 22 points. Carson Lynch's foul, his first, team's 8th.
Well, at the moment, we still have about 6 minutes left in this game, and both teams have racked up the fouls already, so I figure eventually we're going to see both teams get up to 10, and from there we'll obviously have be shooting more from the line.
Yeah, this game will slow down here with the fouls and the foul shots that are coming. Ray hits them both. He has a game-high 24, and it's 59-40 in favor of Roncalli. Pressure. Felmuth trapped. Gives to Donahue in the corner, and he brings it out, runs some clock. Felmuth, another 3 out front. Bang! He got it! Thomas Felmuth is on fire. 4 3-pointers tonight. He's got 12. And it's 62-40. Biggest lead of the night for Roncalli. Brown, step back 3 over Donahue is good. Oh my. Over Hegwood, beg your pardon. Either way, an impressive shot by Brown. His first 3 of the night. 62-43. 5:14 to go. Felmuth dribbles to the corner and circles it back out. Roncalli can run some clock. Hegwood unloads to Lynch out front. Double team comes. Carson navigates. Donahue gives to Felmuth. Thought about the 3 out front. He's hit 2 in a row from that spot. Donahue a corner 3. That one rolls off the rim. Trevor Lauk tips the rebound to himself. He puts it up and in, and a foul. The big man just too strong at the rim. They can't move him off the spot. And the foul's on Ray, his second, team's 8th. Second and 1 opportunity for Trevor Lauk here in the quarter. Trevor, free throw up, good. Trevor with 6 points in the quarter, 9 in the ball game. Luke Oller's back in for Carson Lynch. And you're looking at a guy in Trevor Lauk, Connor, who's only a sophomore and likely has 2 years as an all-state lineman in his future. And the only reason he's not one now is that they don't name sophomores. Brown doubled on the baseline and foul.
Well, he's put in a good performance today, getting a couple and ones, getting boards that have been super beneficial for Roncalli, as second chance points can be crucial in games like this.
1 and 1. Foul went to Hegwood, his second. team 9. Tylen Brown shoots a 1-and-1. Free throw rolls off the rim, rebounded by Lauk. Eben Oaks is into the game, number 13 for those of you watching tonight. He's a 6'3 senior. Falmouth drives on Oaks to the bucket. They never stopped him. He got to the rim and he laid it in. Thomas with 8 in the quarter and 14 in the ball game. And it's 67-43. And a contact in the lane. I think a blocking foul coming on Hegwood. That's a 2-shot foul. It's double bonus time. Fouls on Falmouth his second, team 10th, so double bonus. Gore is in for Donahue, who checks out with 16. Cam Bethel shoots 2. Well, we got a check-in tonight from Ryan Weber, one of the all-time Roncalli greats. Class of 2012, top 20 all-time scorer. One of the great wing shooters in the history of this program. Good to hear from Ryan tonight. Glad he's with us and watching. Bethel split the pair, made the second. And Starlin Stevens starting to empty the bench a little bit. Xavier Deemer is in, 6'7 junior. 67-44. Pass deflected. Roncalli has to get it over. And Hegwood, an errant pass, stolen by Brown. Roncalli's back defensively. Brown down the lane, scoops a shot and missed it. And the rebound tapped to Falmouth. Trevor Lauk running the floor. Down the lane to the bucket. He put it up, put it in, and drew the foul. He's just too strong at the rim.
Trevor Lauk, he sure loves those and ones.
How about the fact, though, that he ran the floor and got out ahead of everybody? That's the thing. He's gotten 2 buckets tonight where he's gotten out and run.
Well, seeing him being able to show off a little bit of speed is definitely something that Roncalli can use to their advantage, especially because he can get in the paint, use his size, and bully down low and get and ones and second chance points.
He's into double figures. Free throw rolls good over the front of the rim. 9 points for Trevor Lauk, 3 and ones in this quarter. And it's 70-44 in favor of Roncalli. Robert White is in, number 22. Shot is missed, rebounded by Falmouth. So all 11 players available for Herron have seen the floor now with White checking in. Falmouth right side 3, in and out. Rebound tapped, loose ball picked up by Deemer. And Lauk fouls Ray in the deep backcourt. That's Trevor's 4th. Double bonus both ways. Walk to the other end, and Ray shoots 2. Alex Mole and Gabe Horn, a couple of juniors who are about to check in. They will be the last 2 players to enter the game for Roncalli. 30-second timeout, though, called by Michael Wantz. We'll stay here. 3:28 to go. And Roncalli up 70-44. We'll stay here on the 30-second timeout. 3:28 left. Caden Gore flexing. Looks like he's got a left quad issue that he's talking with the Roncalli training staff about.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Like the Roncalli 5 to finish this game. It's going to be Aller, Horn, Mole, Spazzelli, and Lauk. Although we should mention Lauk has 4 fouls. And as physical as he's been, what do you think the chances are, Connor, that he gets through this final 3:28 without committing number 5?
Well, if he stays on the entire time, I don't believe he'll be able to make it out with it, but he could prove us wrong tonight.
He could. Ray missed the first free throw. Ray missed the first free throw. They were double checking that Ray was the correct shooter, and he is. Ray has one more. That one's good. And Josh Summers checks in for Ray. Ray checks out to a nice hand from the Herron faithful that made the trip. 25 points for Ray tonight. 70-45, our score. Inside 3.5 minutes to go. Aller breaks the pressure, then jams on the brakes. Lauk wants it in the block against Deemer. Trevor on the catch. Nice pass to Mole on the cut, but he's triple teamed in the lane. Lost the handle, and what's the call, Mark Hopper? At the travel on Alex Mole. Caden Gore returning for Aller, I believe. Whatever issue that Caden had with his quad, he's worked out. 3:12 left. 70-45, our score. Summers picked up his dribble. Hands to Bethel. Right, his first touch. Into the lane. Fall away shot over Mole. Rolls off the rim. And Lauk tapping at the rebound. Hits it to Horn. Mole. Pass ahead deflected. Goes right to Lauk. Trevor down the left side. All the way to the goal. He lays it in. Trevor Lauk with 11 points in the quarter. My, oh my. It's 72-45.
We saw him out on the break again. He's going down, getting points down low. He's been definitely the energy that Roncalli needed to pull away in this game.
Oh, and Lauk strips Summers on the way up, and I think they're going to foul him out. Let's see. Spazzelli was there as well. Yep, they fouled him out. That's 5 for Trevor Lauk.
I think he lasted a minute.
He did. So but he checks out, and just his second ever varsity game. His varsity debut was last Saturday. He had 2 points. Tonight he checks out with 14. 11 here in the final quarter. He had 3 and 1s in the final quarter. Free throw is off the mark by Summers. Luke Kegris is on for Trevor Lauk. 72-45. One more for Summers. That one's no good, but Bethel one-hands the rebound. Pass across the paint to Wright. He puts it up over Gore, no good, and Spazzelli in traffic. Clears it away. 2:20 left here. Horn on the wing, Mole. Back out to Horn. Finds Kegris. Fakes from the foul line. Splits by the defense. Gets to the rim and puts it in. Luke with 6. It's 74-45. Inside 2 minutes to go. Bethel, hard dribble to Summers, right side. Summers in the corner, brings it back out. Finds Bethel for 3, that's good. Cam Bethel, his second 3 of the game. He hit one in the first quarter. 74-48. Inside 100 seconds to go. Kegris up the floor, and he traveled. Dragged the pivot foot near the timeline. Turns it over. Back to Herron with 1:35 left, 74-48. As soon as this game concludes, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back and have all the particulars on tonight's Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show as Roncalli's evened up its record at 1-1. That'll be official here in about 1:20. Fall away by Bethel is off the rim from 15 and rebounded by Spazzelli. Outlet to Gore, and Caden walks it into the forecourt. All 13 players for Roncalli have played tonight. Mole to the top of the key, switched by Oaks, forced to pass in low, it's stolen by Bethel. He wants to run with a minute to go. Horn is back, forces Bethel to the baseline. Bethel reverses and misses the shot, and Mole has the rebound. Summers takes it away. In deep, Bethel underneath the board, reverse layup up and in. Cam Bethel with a nice shot. 6 here in the quarter, and it's 74-50. Back the other way, Spazzelli behind the play, lays it up and in. And Bethel lost his shoe, so Mark Hopper has stopped play with 39 seconds to go. 76-50 our score. 39 and 1/10 seconds left. All that's left to sort this one out. Roncalli will take a 1-1 record down to Whiteland tomorrow night. Oaks trying to drive on Kegris in the lane, throws up a runner that kicks off the rim, and it falls. Well, that bounced 5 times and fell for Eben Oaks.
I was about to ask you how many times it bounced. I lost count halfway through it.
5 times, 76-52. Final 15 seconds. Michael Wantz would prefer his team just run this out. Kegris holds out near the timeline over to Horn. Back over to Gore with 5. Mole has it. Gagris in the corner. Dribbles back out to Gore. He'll hold and wait. That'll do it. So Roncalli jumps out, pulls away in the first quarter from a 7-7 tie. And Roncalli pulls away with a 24-point victory. Winning on the home court tonight to even up its record at 1-1. Our final tonight from Roncalli, as Roncalli defeats Herron by the score of 76-52. Stay tuned. We'll take a break. When we come back, Connor and I have all the details on tonight's Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. That's next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
So thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. Nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? You hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Rob Brown, Connor Mahoney back with you on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. Roncalli victorious tonight over Herron in the first ever meeting between these two programs. Roncalli with the win, 76-52 our final. Let's take a look at how it unfolded. First quarter was tight, especially given what the final score ended up being. 3 ties in the first 5.5 minutes. 7-7 was our score. Herron had its only lead during that stretch of 2-0. Roncalli closed out the first quarter with a 7-3 run and would not trail the rest of the way. The lead was as much as 14 in the second quarter. It was 10 by halftime, 31-21. Roncalli with a 14-11 advantage in the second quarter. In the third quarter, Roncalli continued to stretch out its lead, leading by as much as 21. It was a 17-point lead, 50-33. At the end of 3, 19-12 was Roncalli's advantage in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Roncalli pulled away, hitting some threes, hitting 2 threes in the quarter and hitting 4 out of 5 from the free throw line, balanced scoring. And Herron hitting a couple threes as well, but it was a much higher tempo in that final quarter. Roncalli scoring a season-high 26 points in the final quarter, outscoring Herron 26-19. To again win this game 76-52. Anthony Donahue led Roncalli with 16 points. Matt Ray had a season-high 25 for Herron. But you remarked, Connor, you looking at the numbers, Roncalli had 3 players in double figures, and over the years, when Michael Wantz has been the head coach, that typically has been a number that means a much higher probability of winning. You go over the last 6 years, counting tonight, Roncalli's 38-12 when they have 3 players in double figures. They got that tonight, and but balanced scoring. You look down the line of the 13 players who played tonight. 6 players scored at least 6 points. That's going to be tough to beat if Roncalli is able to get that on a consistent basis.
Fantastic team effort today by Roncalli. I mean, that's why they call it a team game, of course. And whenever you have 3 players in double figures and pretty close to everybody getting points on the board, then it's really hard to beat a team that has everybody firing on all cylinders.
Well, and I think the other thing that played in tonight, we talked a lot during the pregame show about Tylen Brown, the leading scorer for Herron, who came in averaging 22 points a game. He had just 13 tonight, and he really had to work for everything he got tonight. And just a great defensive job that Roncalli did on Brown this evening.
Yeah, they definitely did a very good job at keeping Brown contained the entire game. We saw Matt Ray get 25 points, and then Brown finished around with getting those points as well, but ultimately being able to lock him down, as last game Brown had 24, it was good for Roncalli to get pressure on him and disrupt his game today.
Well, we're joined on the post-game show now by head coach Michael Wantz. We'll get right to that as Coach has joined us here at our broadcast table. Coach, we were just talking over the years in your time here, one of the markers or indicators, if you will, that usually means you've got a high probability of winning is 3 in double figures. And tonight you had 3 in double figures. Over the last 6 years, it's now 38-12 is your record with 3 in double figures. But I think maybe with this team, unlike some other teams that you've had, you don't necessarily know who those 3 guys are going to be.
Right. Yeah, that's accurate. 16, 14, and 14 for those guys, and that could have been another one with 9, Carson with 9. So that could have been anybody. That tells you a couple things. One, it tells you you're scoring points if you have 3 in double figures. You're scoring usually enough points. And it also tells you that they can't key in on somebody. You're sharing the basketball. And, those are good things. That's one of the game goals we had. And, it's good.
Well, and the other thing we were talking about just as you were joining us is the defensive effort that your team did tonight on Tylen Brown, their leading scorer. Very long at 6'4". He plays more like 6'6", 6'7". Came in averaging 22 and a half a game. He had just 13 tonight. What'd you see from him? What'd you see on your defensive effort from him, the guys that were on him, and the team effort?
I thought we did a nice job in playing our gaps, guarding him early. Coach Warnke had a nice job, kind of a quick scout, right? And not knowing much about Herron, but we were able to identify who we could help off of and who could be in more of an extreme gap. So that we did a nice job. And, more than I just told him, as much as I obviously happy with the score, but I was happy with the way the game played out. I thought that we looked like a poised team. I thought we looked like a veteran team and made the extra pass when needed. And, really obviously had some turnovers, but really did a nice job of handling their pressure. They create some issues at some positions, and I thought our guys did a nice job.
How would you describe your team's effort as it looked like you executed well on the game plan of countering their offense, their defensive full press on the court?
Yeah, we did a great job of attacking in the middle early on. And as far as I think you said maybe some effort there too, it's an interesting year with maybe when you're on the road, it's good because there's not a lot of energy in the building. But when you're at home, you got to be careful. There's not a lot of energy in the building. So I thought that first group did pretty good, creating some energy. We were first to the floor, took a couple charges again today, and really talked a lot about the offensive rebounds that we want to eliminate. Thought we did a nice job on the glass.
Well, and this is not the last team. So the first 2 teams you played this year have shown you some pressure, at least 3/4 court, if not full court. Those 2 teams that you've played so far, it won't be the last teams to do that, but how much down the road can you maybe use this film and the results from tonight to show your team, if we just take care of the ball in the middle third of the floor, there are easy buckets in the back third?
Right, yeah, the first 2 games, both the games, anytime that you're strong with it, it takes a pretty special team to press and pressure and guard you in the half court. So we just feel like if we can take care of the ball, make a few passes, we can get about any shot that we want.
Coach, we appreciate the time, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow night.
All right, guys, thank you.
That's Roncalli head coach Michael Wantz. We appreciate him taking a few minutes for us here on the postgame show. What Connor and I are going to do, we're going to take another break, a little bit longer break to catch up on some of the ones we missed. So we'll take a little bit longer break of about 3 minutes or so. And when we come back, we will run down the scoring totals. We'll hand out our player of the game. I think we're going to have a discussion about that. There's a couple different candidates there. Not an easy pick for that one tonight. We'll do all of that, and we'll talk about tomorrow, which will be a busy broadcast day for you, for us, and a fun one. And we'll detail all of that when we come back on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Work out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me. I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me. I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me. I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me. I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Going to school, Chad. Oh, hold up, Brad. We didn't put our masks on. Good idea. Now let's go.
Don't be like Brad and Chad. Make sure you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth to prevent the spread of COVID. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Rob Brown, Connor Mahoney back for the final time at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Roncalli's boys basketball team evening its record at 1-1. A 76-52 win over Herron. Before we run down tonight's totals, we're right at the top of the hour, so let's step out quickly for 10 seconds, reminding you you're listening to Roncalli Basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. So Roncalli defeats Herron tonight, 76-52. Let's take a look at tonight's final totals. Connor has those.
For Herron tonight, Bethel finished with 9. Matt Ray finished with the team high of 25. Brown finished with 13. Oaks finished with 2. And Mbuki finished with 3. They had 7 3-pointers and went 9 of 16 from the free throw line. Roncalli tonight was led by Anthony Donahue with 16 points. Aller had 3. Lynch had 9. Felmuth had 14. Gore had 2. Spazzelli had 2. Leffler had 6. Babb had 4. Kagaris had 6. And Lauk had 14.
And Trevor with that 14, Trevor Lauk with 11 of those in the final quarter. So we take a look. A couple different ways we could go with the player of the game, but during that break we discussed and we opted to give it to Trevor Lauk, the sophomore. He was phenomenal off the bench. And, you know, I think most nights, Connor, Michael Wantz knows what he's going to get from his 3 senior guards, and Donahue and Felmuth and Lynch. Those guys are going to get their points, and most nights those guys are going to be in double figures, hovering around double figures. Lynch was right out there at 9. But it's what do you get from the bench? And I think from one game to the next, or not just the bench, but outside that group of 3, tonight it was Trevor Lauk. Tomorrow night it might be Aiden Leffler. It might be Matthew Babb. I think that whoever that 4th guy is as the 4th leading scorer, tonight Lauk was the 3rd leading scorer. I think that's going to vary from night to night.
I think it's definitely something that's going to vary. We saw with Herron today, they only had 5 different scorers, so you're not going to get a lot of production from your bench. And then Roncalli was able to get a lot of production from their bench, so you're going to have more points coming off of there. So you had your starters still getting into double digits, and then as well as you're adding totals from your bench, which is able to push the game farther away from the other team being able to catch back up.
So Trevor Lauk, the sophomore, with 14 points off the bench, a career high. He is tonight's Ortho Indy star of the game.
At Ortho Indy, their mission is to provide the highest quality, comprehensive bone, joint, spine, and muscle care to patients throughout the Midwest, the United States, and around the world. From diagnosis through recovery, their team is ready to get you back in action. Choose Ortho Indy to be your official orthopedic provider.
Well, we update the records now. Herron drops to 2-2 on the season, and 1-2 on the road. Herron will next be in action next Saturday night at home against Cascade. Meanwhile, Roncalli right back to it tomorrow night at Whiteland. Whiteland in action tonight, taking on Perry Meridian on the road. Roncalli with the win, I should say, evens this record at 1-1. Proves to 1-0 here on the home court. And again, tomorrow night's broadcast is dependent upon the outcome of the girls' game tomorrow morning. So let's run down our broadcast day. We'll have the girls' game in the semifinal of the Marion County tournament. Roncalli taking on the defending tournament champs and defending Class 4A state champs in Lawrence North. That game gets underway. Pregame at 9:45, tip at 10 here from the Vinny. Evan Tremaine will be alongside. You can listen to the game on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com or watch the game on the video side on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Again, tomorrow at 9:45. If the girls are able to defeat Lawrence North and advance to the final, which will be at 7:30 against either North Central or Lawrence Central, we'll have that game for you in the same locales, broadcast-wise. If the girls are unable to beat Lawrence North, we will head down to Whiteland and have the boys' game for you tomorrow night at Whiteland. 7:15 the pregame show, 7:30 the tip time for that. That will be no video for that one, at least on our end. That game will be on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Whiteland, however, does have a video stream for that one tomorrow night. So either way, you can watch the game, but whether or not we will be there depends upon the outcome of the girls' game. So a busy day for us tomorrow, and we hope you can spend at least part of your day listening to the 2 games that we will bring. But Connor, a very solid effort tonight for Roncalli to beat a team that showed them pressure like they saw, and as Coach Wantz talked about, the outcome tonight was very different.
Very different today. Being able to Obviously, not the best start for Roncalli, starting out 0-1. No team ever wants to start out 0-1, but now you're back at 500. You can go into your next game with confidence, as today you beat what looked like a good Herron team, but Roncalli ultimately was able to provide on all parts of the court today and was able to get the win.
Well, that'll about do it here from Roncalli. I want to thank everyone for watching and listening tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it, taking it in as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Tonight's game has been a production of the Roncalli Media Network. The executive producer is Gary Armbruster. Our network producer is Mr. Cole Dunbar. Our in-studio producer on the radio side, Luke Jones, doing a great job for us in our 1430 flagship. Handling all the video for tonight's action, our director, Eros Garcia. Our graphics guy and coordinating producer, Stefan Wells, and Reese Gosser on the cameras. And for my partner, Connor Mahoney, I'm Rob Brown. Again, our final tonight from Roncalli, as Roncalli defeats the Herron Achaeans by the score of 76-52. Until we talk to you tomorrow morning for girls basketball at 9:45 at the pregame show, this has been Rob Brown on behalf of our entire Roncalli Media Network crew saying so long, everybody.